Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Remember, subscribe is the vibe. Oh, that fell off, bro. Damn. What's going on, YouTube? Remember, subscribe is the vibe. Your boy's on the road to 20K. Humbly. Like button is like the subscribe button is earned. So I married my cousin and we have 3 kids together. Every single time I hear a story about a relative sleeping with another relative, I always think to myself, bruh, did we run out of women? I always think, what got y'all to this conclusion? You know what I mean? Like, are you not having any success with no one not related to you? Or do you just have no riz and you have no game so you can't bag shorties? I've always wanted to ask these people, what drives you to the point where your relative starts to look attractive to you? I always say, don't judge me, it gets you nowhere. You know what I mean? So I'm the type to really not judge. Yeah. But I always find myself having to judge people because people do weird shit. Because I always try to compare. When someone makes a weird decision in life, I always put myself in their shoes to try to figure out, what would it take for me to make this same weird decision? What kind of bullshit do I gotta endure to find my cousin attractive? You know what I mean? And then to have kids. So hold on. Your children are also your nephews? Or your nephews your cousins? Your kids are your cousin nephews. What the hell? But nonetheless, my head hurt. We're about to get right into it. I married my cousin and we have 3 kids. My extraordinary family. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button.
After 3 kids and 10 years of marriage, we found out we were cousins.
We decided to do our DNA test, and that's when we found out. I was a little sick to my stomach. In my head, I thought we were supposed to get divorced.
So hold on. Who does a DNA test with their partner? Who does a DNA test with someone that they sleeping with? I've never... You know what I mean? I've never put any of my partners through Why the hell would I want to know if I'm related to my partner, son? Like, what brought y'all to this conclusion? What? Y'all been dating for 10 years and that's when y'all find out y'all related?
People have called it sick of our relationship after they found out we were cousins.
Why would you marry your cousin?
Why would you make it public?
Disturbing and disgusting. I'd be embarrassed if I were those kids.
Before the DNA test, did you have any suspicion you two were related at all?
Don't break it.
That's what I'm saying.
Good
What would make
job.
y'all want to do that?
It was the strict one of the 2 of you.
I would say me. He tries to be more of the friend, and I have to be the parent. Don't get me wrong, like he'll help with parenting sometimes. He's more like my 4th child, basically.
Oh, your first cousin.
We met at a Halloween party. We just decided, hey, let's go on a date. And then we went to the bowling alley, right?
I told her if I get 1 pin on this next throw, you have to give me a kiss. I got my 1 pin that I wanted.
And we kissed.
And it came with 3 kids.
We were like inseparable after that.
Some magnets got attached.
Yeah,
right
we
here.
were like this.
Oh, you know what
This
they say about
July,
blood?
It will be 17 years of marriage, and we've been together for 17 years and 4 months. We had a short courtship. We have 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl.
Grandpa's supposed to be coming over later. It's okay. Key to a happy marriage is your belly.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I wouldn't even want my kids to know that I'm related to that's weird as hell. Cause you gonna have your kids looking at each other like, you want to give it a go? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm only telling you what you were thinking.
It's through the belly. Morning. Started really diving into my DNA because I wanted to find out my heritage. My daughter, she's really dark skinned, and then my son,
Sweetheart, your daughter's not... What?
Bruh.
Your daughter's not black or dark skinned. Like, what are you comparing her to?
my daughter, she's really dark skinned, and then my son, he has curly hair. My middle child, he's light skinned. When everyone would ask, like, what are you? What are you? I didn't really give an answer besides, hey, I'm Native American. Before the DNA test, we had no suspicion whatsoever. We sent in our swabs. There was a match. There's a database, a whole thing of cousins pull up. And he pulls up. And I go, oh, goodness.
Bruh, I would have threw up everything. I would have threw up at that point, I would just accept it. All right, man. I guess I'm going to hell.
When I realized that we were cousins, I was a little sick to my stomach. And he goes, no, babe, it's nothing. He was in complete denial. I was like, this is weird. I can't believe we're cousins.
I ain't gonna front. Like, if I'm dating a woman, she tells me that we're related. There's certain things when it comes to men that you just don't want to know. It's like, yo, do we really want to know our partner's body counts? Do you really want to know? We're already built to believe that our partner's gonna lie anyway. That's why, like, even my show, I don't ask her what her body count is. It's just none of my business. Because I'm afraid the number you give me is going to change how I view you. I don't want to know. Like, I've been with my partner for years. I don't want to know if I'm even remotely close to being related to her. It's over. It's over. Like it's just done. I don't want to know. For what? What? Why? Because, Lord, I'd lose my mind, bro. But I ain't gonna front. I don't think I'd end it neither, brother.
And then he started realizing little things started coming up. And he's like, okay, maybe we are related.
Have you figured out how closely related?
The DNA test has confirmed that we are 3rd to 5th cousins.
How did you feel like after finding all this out and knowing you had 3 children?
In my head, I thought we were supposed to get divorced. And then I started more thinking to myself, like, hey, for our children, for our household, we need to keep it together and stay together.
mean, shit, y'all been together for 10 years. Okay, now y'all related. You think, would divorcing your cousin mean anything? Y'all already got kids. Can't divorce your kids, right? Like, you know what I mean? Can't throw them back in the womb. Like, what's already... And just, I rock with my son. My son's like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. We're...
It was a pivotal moment for us because you're not supposed to look at your cousin or be with your cousin. And I didn't mean it, but it happened that way.
We've gone this far, and is to death do us part in my book, so I wasn't gonna leave over something like that.
You first told
I almost wonder what would make him leave.
your children, or how did they react?
They didn't ask too many questions. My son, my middle, he goes, well, does that make us sister and brother and cousins then? I guess so, yeah.
That ain't even funny. That ain't even funny. The fact that she thought that was... I'm telling you, I'm just not telling my kids. I keep the kids out of this, bro. Huh? That wasn't even funny.
Bingo.
How do you feel about everything?
It's kind of normal because since they're my parents and like there's nothing really weird about it because they've been married for a long time.
Sometimes I felt a little bit weird about it because it's not something you want to brag about or like put out to the world or nothing like that. They found out before they got married, I think there'd be something obviously wrong with that. But since they found out after, there's not one single.
Yo, I ain't go from random question. Don't they say that when you have kids with like a relative, it's like instant, that your kids will come out either mutilated or, you know, like, I don't know, lack of a better term, like, you know what I mean? Like, didn't you say that like having kids with a relative, there's like a glitch somewhere in the DNA database where your kid just doesn't come out normal? Random question. Just these kids look fine, you know.
I might see wrong.
I first heard about it and it wasn't that special to me. I just kind of forgot about it because I was pretty young.
Why did you decide to make it public?
I am related to my husband. I was like sitting there one night and I was like, let's just put this in here, and I did not know it was going to blow up that big. I did not.
You didn't know that having 3 kids with your cousin would blow up on social media?
Oh, let's not cap about that. Let's not flex for the gram. Uh-oh. CAP. Flag on the play. Cap.
I'm telling you, the things people do for clout, bro.
Person on there said, this is so disturbing. Why would you marry your cousin? They look so much alike. How did they not know? I feel bad for the kids. Hopefully people don't bully them. I'd be embarrassed if I were those kids. Like,
And that's just the sensitive spot in me when they bring the kids up into it. For their social life, it getting out as much as it did, the bully part of it, that was one of the first things that concerned me.
How does that make the two of you feel?
It's irritating, but I stopped taking it. I stopped reading them. Like I said, you can't read into it and take offense to it, because you take offense to every negative post, you're gonna be mad all the time.
we accidentally married each other's cousins, like, whoop-de-doo, you know? And I did get a little backlash from that side, and I'm like, well, you guys don't want us to judge you, so why are you judging us?
Because we're lying hypocrites, sweetheart. That's what the human race is. Like, we're always gonna judge. We're always. Even when they say I don't judge. Just one big happy family.
Did you ever have any ideas or suspicions about Selena and Joseph being cousins at all?
No, I didn't.
I wish we would have, but in a way, maybe we wouldn't be together. We're gonna have 3 beautiful children. So in a way, maybe it was a good thing we didn't know.
Did you think they should have stayed together?
Oh, definitely, they should stay together. They're grandchildren. They're very good together. They complement each other, and they're our family, and they'll be together for a long time, just like me and my wife. I would have accepted them anyway.
But are you and your wife related, Unc? That's what the world wants to know. Are you related to your wife, Unc?
They're my family. There's a lot of people out there that will add their 2 cents to something without looking at that everything. So, guys, we love you, and we'll always be there for you.
Good papa.
Guarantee it.
Well, nothing's really changed since it all came out. Everything's
Cap.
been the same. Like, our inner circle or people that are closer to us found out. They already knew. Or they saw the social media post and they already knew it ahead of time. And to all the people that were giving us negative comments, it's easy to speak on the outside when you don't know the whole inside story. 1 year in, 5 years in, we found out almost 11 years later, 3 kids later. It's just not something you can just break up and walk away from.
I think that the future holds a lot more good, like our kids. I just want to see them succeed.
And eventually down the road become grandparents.
Long
down the
way
road.
down the road.
Listen, love is love, man. I'm never going to be the type to judge people for their preferences and the choices that they make in life. I don't know at what point do we draw the limit, you know what I mean? Like, we have interracial couples, you have same-sex couples, and now we have related couples. You know what I mean? Like, just throw that along in the mix of the weird things that Americans do, right? But nonetheless, let me know in the comment section, would you continue to date your cousin if you found out 10 years later that you guys were related? Anyways, appreciate y'all for tuning in. This was I Married My Cousin and we have 3 kids. Yikes. I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next video, man. Mamba out. At least we know blood is thicker than water.